Hey guys, it's Jason here from XL Performance. One thing that I want you guys just to that I've really noticed, and it's a bit of a trend, and it's totally avoidable, is when you go into the gym, which is awesome. And you know, even if you made this mistake, it's better than not going to the gym at all. Okay, but what I want to talk about is uh, a lot of guys are going to the gym to improve their sports performance, which is amazing. I love that. You know, even if you're doing it wrong or whatever, I still appreciate it, and you're still going to get improvements from it. You know, you're still going to get something, which is great, right? But this is one thing I wanted just to talk about, like that you want to avoid because it's very avoidable. Okay, so when you go to the gym, look at what you're doing as far as training. Now, when you go into the gym, you're going to be most likely just going to want to kind of bodybuild. You're going to be doing bodybuilding, which is awesome. Like, bodybuilding is perfect. It's really awesome for your body, but it's not what you should be doing solely. And you do this by accident, right? So as soon as you pick up a dumbbell and you start doing repetitions of bicep curls, you're on the bodybuilding train. When you start laying down the bench and you start benching away, you're bodybuilding training, right? And if you're hitting around the 8 rep mark, you're definitely bodybuilding, yeah. Now the problem is with bodybuilding. So that's what bodybuilding looks like. Now the problem with doing too much bodybuilding is it can ruin your power to weight ratio. Now this is important because if your power to weight ratio goes off, so if you're reasonably fast and you weigh say 70 kilos and you're running X speed, right? And then all of a sudden you get heavier without getting stronger or producing more force, then what's happening is you're getting heavier but you're not getting any faster. Now that's a problem, right? Now this is very avoidable if you can start doing speed training, right? So speed training, muscle building firstly will get you pretty jacked and you look good, and that's sick. But what we want to look at is building muscle because it helps keep our body really healthy for the on season. If we want to put on weight and size, which is awesome too, it does that extremely well. Now, the problem is it doesn't make you particularly strong. It doesn't make you fast, you know, because the nature of bodybuilding is, you know, sort of slow movements, right? And that's cool, but it's not great for sport. Now, what we can do is we can train strength, which will turn this all around. It will make the muscle that we've grown really strong, just not only just really big, but really strong as well. And the other thing we can do is improve our force development or our speed, right? So if you're squatting or bench pressing, what we can do is we can bench press heavy. You might start off with like a 4-week block of bodybuilding where this is very basic sort of stuff, but you might just bodybuild for a bit where you just do high repetitions, trying to get that pump, that burn, and whatever you're trying to train. And then what we'll do is we move into doing more strength work, and what that's going to do for us is going to get the muscle that you just built and made it really strong, right? Which is great because that transfers over to sport. It doesn't. We put on size, but we also got stronger, which is cool. The other thing we can do then is we can actually start doing more speed work. So once you've done a block of hypertrophy or bodybuilding, then we move into a block of strength training, right? Which is typically between the reps of 8 and 1, right? Those are the best. That's sort of like the best sort of like strength building ranges. Okay, so 1 being like an absolute max or absolute strength, which is the best type of strength, which is the most probably the best way to build strength, right? It's not the only way, but it's probably the best way. And then we move into power training. So power training is like, instead of just moving the weight real slow, it's actually going to be like moving the weight real fast, right? So actually, but your weight's actually going to be quite a little bit lower, you know. You might be looking at, you probably wouldn't know these percentages necessarily, but if you do, somewhere between say 30 to 45% of your 1 rep max, right? So 1 rep max being the weight you can lift for 1 rep, if you were to go the heaviest, and you just keep going up with 1 rep at a time. Or it could be between 50 and 65% of your on max, and these all work different types of strength and speed. So that type of training is also very necessary because it makes you fast. It doesn't make you so you're also getting fast, and you're growing the muscle fibers to be able to move fast and not just move slow like you would if you're just doing strength or you're just doing like hypertrophy or bodybuilding. It will actually teach your muscle fibers to grow in a certain way, which will make them a lot faster, right? So these are what you really want to be looking at to develop as an athlete. You really want to that, as far as strength is concerned, that's how we go about it here, at least in Excel. So if that doesn't make sense at all, please just message me or DM me at all, like whenever you want. I can definitely give you whatever information you need to sort of understand this a little bit better. Again, I always love to say, like, you don't have to train with us, you don't have to train with a strength coach, but it is way better to have guidance than not to have guidance. Your development as an athlete would just improve so much more. I will, there'll be a little bit more information attached to some posts we're going to do coming up. But remember, off season's here as well, guys. So this is the best time to start working at your endurance and your strength and your explosiveness and just anything like agility or whatever you feel like you need to really work on to improve as an athlete. Now's the time. Don't wait until on season comes or just before on season, because that's just dumb, right? It's better than nothing, but it's still dumb because you don't want to spend the rest of your time just like sitting on the lounge waiting for or running around or maybe playing other sports, which is cool too, but you definitely have this opportunity right now to improve your weaknesses and improve yourself as an athlete. So now's the time to do it, and you'll be so surprised about how you'll go back to the on season. You just will be a totally different athlete. So if there's anything along those lines you need to sort of know about, or I haven't really explained very well, which sometimes I don't because I get a little bit ahead of myself and I just miss some things, get in contact with me and I'll give you some more details on about all that sort of stuff. Okay.